We have a major New York Jets update as the Jets are setting up something huge here with their team in regards to how this free agency period finishes off, giving Justin Fields more help in the process, while Darren Mougey, who's been adamant that the team is not done getting better, now has been faced with a move that really has major potential for this Jets team to be huge for the team. So we're going to break it all down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Jets Digest. It's Chris and Matt here. And if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure to subscribe. If you're part of that 70% that's not subscribed to Jets Digest, make sure to subscribe. We got videos every single day. You don't want to miss out on all the great New York Jets content that we have coming your way. All that being said, it was revealed by Matt Bowen that there's a need for competition in the Jets wide receiver room opposite of wide receiver number 1, Garrett Wilson. With Allen Lazard and Josh Reynolds next on the depth chart, Amari Cooper could come in and fight for that work. Yes, the 30-year-old is showing signs of decline on tape, but he is still a detailed route runner who can uncover. He could be a solid target for Justin Fields on play action concepts and getting open on deep in breakers. And this was revealed by Matt Bowen of ESPN that the Jets are the best fit for Amari Cooper at this point in free agency. Now, the Jets obviously have been shying away from signing 30-year-olds outside of Josh Reynolds, who did have a rapport with both Aaron Glenn and Darren Mougey. Now, Cooper is not connected to either of these guys. Last played in the Buffalo Bills. His last most recently great season or good season was on the Cleveland Browns in 2023. And Amari Cooper, Matt, he's a guy who last season had 547 yards, 4 touchdowns, 12 yards per reception. Across the board, his numbers were down, and clearly showing signs of age at this point. But the New York Jets wide receiver room is weak, and now the Jets are faced with a situation in bringing in Amari Cooper, someone who could truly be huge for this team this season if it works out similarly to 2023.
It's obvious that the New York Jets should be looking at signing Amari Cooper because right now, as the roster stands, we don't have a wide receiver 2 at all. We can't draft another guy for almost 365 days from now. There are younger wide receivers to sign out of free agency, but they're very expensive. It's one of the most expensive positions to sign in free agency, which is why you want to go ahead and make sure you are drafting wide receivers if you need a weapon in the first round of the draft, not tight ends. But Amari Cooper, yes, he's not as good as he used to be. Yes, he is older than what we're looking for. Those are the reasons why he is cheap. We can get him on a 1-year deal and make an easy, obvious advancement with this roster to make them more competitive for the 2025 football season. I know we cannot get too hung up on obsessing over building a young roster. A 1-year deal for Amari Cooper can only help this team. He's someone who has been on multiple teams, but there's been no rumblings of him being a bad teammate or anything like that. So maybe he's not the perfect fit. Maybe he's not like a rah-rah, go-get-him guy in the locker room, but he's definitely not a problem. Just like you said, he would add competition to the New York Jets wide receiver room, which we need right now. We need someone to be able to push everyone else in that room. Allen Lazard is not doing it. And the other guys we got, Xavier Gibson, love the number change, but unfortunately on the field, he's not really doing it. Malachi Corley, we're going to see what he brings to the table this year. Very big year for him. There is no secret. The New York Jets need a ton of help at wide receiver.
Absolutely. And Bowen highlighted just more on the Amari Cooper front, saying that in 14 games with the Browns, he caught 44 passes for 547 yards. And in 9 full seasons, he has topped the 1,000-yard receiving mark 7 times and caught 64 career touchdown passes. So for his career, it's someone who Darren Mougey should be looking at, even if he didn't have his best year last year and could be showing signs of age. There's a world where he's not. Amari Cooper, just in 2023, had 72 catches for 1,250 yards and scored 5 touchdowns in the 15 games he appeared in. And he was selected to play in his 4th Pro Bowl. So Cooper, it's not like he's had now multiple seasons where he's not surmounting 1,000+ yards. This was last year. He slowed down. Things just did not seem to go his way. There's always a world where he's able to find that bounce back, that revitalization on a new team, just get revived and become that player that he once was once again. And I mean, look, there's a good amount of reasons to say, well, Darren Mougey should go sign Keenan Allen or someone instead. And I think it's a similar argument of, all right, fair. But if Cooper is who's in front of your face, it adds talent to this team. Regardless, you're bringing a guy who at least can mentally handle being a wide receiver 2 on a team. And especially he's been around. He's been in multiple different systems. He's been on mainly not the greatest franchises, but was most recently on the Bills, and they're a good franchise as of recently, so he could bring in winning experience. He can bring in knowledge of opposing teams' offenses who are rivals of the Jets in the Bills, a team that they'll obviously play twice this year. So there's these sort of course I'm forgetting the word of it, these intangibles that Amari Cooper does bring in to this New York Jets team that I think Darren Mougey would be interested in.
Yeah, the problem with him having a bad year, it was his 11th season in the year in his career, so it makes all the sense in the world that he's getting too old. And I heard people around the Buffalo Bills franchise talking about how he was completely done, like watching him in practice, the guy couldn't play anymore. So there is no guarantee that he would be able to work out. I'm not expecting him to come in and have 1,000 yards, not even coming in and have 800 yards. I'm expecting him to come in and have a realistic chance to be better than Allen Lazard. We need someone to take a little bit of pressure off of Garrett Wilson. He can do that. He would be really cheap, 1-year deal, really cheap. I don't think other teams want him. There's not a bidding war going on for Amari Cooper right now. Extremely cheap. Bring him in 1 year. He's not going to hurt the salary cap long term or anything. I just don't see what the Jets have to lose by signing this player.
Something else I could say, I kind of thought about when I was reading through this article on ESPN is that, unsurprisingly, this was like the best free agents left in their best fits. Aaron Rodgers was part of this. The Steelers were obviously the choice here. If Rodgers goes to the Steelers, there's a world where he pressures them to trade for Allen Lazard. The Jets probably could be offered a 7th-round pick and say yes, because why wouldn't they? Your receiving room does get a bit weaker. It makes sense to be like, all right, well, let's replace him with another veteran. I know Josh Reynolds is there, but still, it's, I don't want Josh Reynolds as the Jets wide receiver too, and I know Amari Cooper is older and over the hill, but still, I'd rather Amari Cooper, who's definitely going to get more respect from his peers and will create less pressure for Garrett Wilson.
It's all about getting Garrett Wilson open. We got to get guys who can play on the outside so we can move Garrett Wilson all around our formations. Everything we do on offense has to be focused on getting Garrett Wilson as many touches. It has to be focused on that and just making reads and decisions easy for Justin Fields while blocking really well, run blocking and pass blocking at a high level. That's what all the offense is going to be about this year. It's not going to be extremely advanced. It's not going to be extremely difficult. Just get our good players, put them in the best position to be successful.
Absolutely. And one other thing that was mentioned is just the fact that the play action stuff does make sense. The Jets did not run too many RPOs play actions last year, so it would be good for them to do it this year. But what's most important for you guys more than anything else is to subscribe to Jets Digest, because we're making videos every day. So like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, and go Jets. Also, by the way, go Knicks, because we're winning the conference finals. See you in the finals, OKC.